So the testing topic, yesterday I have explained. Yesterday I have explained about the two types of manual testing happens are white box testing and black box testing. In these two types of testings, you came to know about what is white box testing, and also the part of the white box testing, a unit testing also you came to know that. At the same time, when you want to see the code, right? Whenever you came to know, whenever you open the code, it is the responsibility of the tester to see that every line is execution happening at least one time. At least one time, every line should be executed, right? So sometimes a statement would be an optional also, because of when you see in this program the line 8, right, printf invalid is a here. How this is an optional. How do you say that? How do I say that? Because of, if the n value depends on the n value, if the n value is less than 0, then only these statements, what are the two statements? What are that? Printf invalid percentage d slash n is equal to -1. These two statements would be executed when the value of n is less than 0. When is equal to 0, is equal to 0 also it won't run. When the statement here now called will be executed only when the value is less than 0. Other conditions, what other conditions? If the value of the n is greater than, okay, is greater than or equal to 0, then only these statements, what are that? F is equal to 1 for loop will be executed only when n value is greater than or equal to 0. That means there are three conditions are exist. It looks like that there are two conditions. What are that? N less than 0 else. But is else part is happening when they are, okay, when they are meeting two values. What are that? N is equal to 0 or n greater than 0. Right or not? So what you have is called a statement here now. It should execute compulsory one time. Okay. So in this case here now, and less than 0 this is running, and n greater than or equal to 0 this is running. So this becomes optional only when there is a decision is involved. This two here now, the statement is optional whenever there is a decision statement involved. Otherwise, if you sequence statements, example 4, 5, 6 line statements are should be executed at least one time compulsory. So what these are all? These are all types of their testing. A testing person should see that is called as a part of white box testing, that all the statement execution is happening or not. This is called a control flow testing as a part of white box testing is. Look at it one more time. What you have is called here now control flow testing is statement coverage, decision or branch coverage, loop coverage, conditional coverage, decision or condition coverage, modified condition decision coverage, multiple condition coverage, as well as path coverage. Don't worry about these techniques. What you have numbers are given a sequential fashion, which is wrong actually. The techniques in the control flow testing are these are things are there. But how do I remember all these things? It's a very simple one. How come? Statement, decision, loop. So statement coverage, decision coverage, other loop coverage. And again here now what you have is called condition coverage, decision coverage. Okay. Okay. The second set here now. Modified condition coverage, multiple condition coverage, other path coverage. In this, all these type of things have here now a part of control flow testing. We'll do that one. Example of the control flow testing is called here now. Is this is the best example of to know that is called. So what will happen in examination is called write a program, okay, using any of the language to find the factor of the given number, and write the control flow testing, write the control flow graph. Okay, this is a graph. How do you say this is a graph? Because there are nodes are exist. This is a node. These are called nodes, and there are edges are there. These are edges. Okay, also called as arcs. These are arcs. only one way direction arcs. Now we'll go to this one. What you have is called here now. In this one is statement coverage point of view as a part of control flow testing. You have seen this one is now I from now onwards I go a little bit faster now because syllabus is vast for us. Okay. Now look at the one more. This is just my side explain to you. Okay. Loop coverage also we have done it, and like decision condition coverage, test one A B value, A and B values are true, and false makes a false value. This is also one example here now. So modified one path coverage is most important for us. Path coverage is very important one. Okay, and this is a path coverage, right? So this is a program, simple program, where it finds a GCD of two numbers. GCD means call what is GCD is greatest common divisor, also called as maximum common divisor. Okay, the number which divides the two numbers. So for example, you have taken call number is called number is called 8 comma 12 I took. So 8 comma 12 I took the what are the here now called which number divides 8 and 12? Number called 2 divides and also 4 divides. So in this 2 and 4, the maximum number which divides is 4. So 4 is a GCD of 8 and 12. Why do you want to know? This is a question raised also when I was studying GCD. Why should I know this one is called? What is use of the doing the program of GCD is LCM also. Why this is are required? Okay, these things are the greatest common divisors as well as least common multiple. That's an unfortunate situation in our education system also. Our teachers in school education, our teacher teaches so many things, so much max, all these teachers, but no one teaches what is use of that one. We should know what is use of learning the particular concept is. What is how do you know the use? Use is also called as application. So how do I apply this particular problem in the real life? A problem is we are able to solve the problem, a mathematical problem or a scientific problem or some other problem, that should must be we should know called what is the application. Means where can I apply such type of logics or that also should be known. That's a missing in our educations also is. Now suppose example I used to get the point also. So what is here now called when I also said in the classes also, when you say call here now 2 5s are 10, how come 2 5s are 10 has come? How come it has come 2 5s are 10? Because of 2 5s are 10 means nothing what I call 2 have been added 5 times. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is equal 10. Instead of adding the 2 5 times, there is a table available. That table is called 2 5s are 10. So that is a way called the logic to be applied. Then automatically multiplication tables allows us to do the called when you want to do the area of a rectangle, area of a square. When you want to do, you need to know multiplications compulsory. One application I said, one application. There are many applications available using the multiplication tables are. One application is I would like to find the area of rectangle, area of a square. My land is square. Now I would like to know how much square feet are there, square yards I have. So when I want to know, I need this type of calculations are required. So that's the way called application can be done, right? So now GCD is common greatest divisor. What is the use of this GCD? GCD is very suitable one when, especially in the computer science programming, especially if you want to do the, it's called security point of view. Algorithms are there, security algorithms, there it uses the GCD also. Now come to the point of this program is. So this is a program, what you have is, if there are two numbers required to find it out GCD, one number GCD itself only. What is GCD of a 1000, 1000 only. 1 comma 1000, 1000 only happens is. If a less than or equal to 0, return minus 1. That's correct only. If the less than or equal to 0, return minus 1. If b less than or equal to 0, return minus 1. Okay, that's the two conditions we have, right? That can be combined. Instead of a less than or equal to 0 or b less than or equal to 0, return minus 1. Not required to write separately. Okay, anyway. So int n, if b greater than a, t is equal to a is equal to b is equal to t. Now anybody can tell what this logic is? T is equal to a is equal to b is equal to t. What is this? Let me take pen and write this one. Uh, what this is the purpose of these three statements is? Who says the answer? Srinivas, I'm expecting from you. Roll number 45. What is the use of this particular one? What is the use of t is equal to a is equal to b is equal to?
Swapping two numbers.
Good answer. That's a swapping of two numbers is, right? Swapping of two numbers. When you want to exchange the values of a and b, we need to use the this type of logic is, where you said t is equal to a, you said, and the value of b is passed to a lost its previous value. Even though lost it, if a says I have already my value stored in temporary someplace, that is called t, and the t value you're copying into the b. So that's the thing is gone. Like that, it is possible we can exchange two numbers whenever the value of b is greater than a. If value of b is less than a, not required to do any such type of operations. Now, after that doing this particular thing, what happens is called t is equal to a percentage b, because I would like to find the remainder of the number. That's why I said t is equal to a percentage b. Well, t not equal to 0, go on. A is equal to b is equal to t, and t is equal to a percentage b. This is the logic allows to find the greatest common divisor of two numbers. Okay. Now look at this called what you have is called here now is called. So this is the one. Enter. Okay. A less than equal to 0. When the value is a less than equal to 0, stop the program. Return -1 exits. This one has come here. The other conditions, the value here now called true. This false true has come here. This false come here. Again, this is a true. Go here. If it's a false, come here. B greater than A. It's a true, come here. Is a false, come here. And while true is good, all the statements is. Whenever the value becomes false, come to here now. So I tell you what is the cyclomatic complexity. What is that? I tell you that is also just wait. Now you can see basis paths. What do you have is called basis paths of each and everything. What do you have is called, right? Basis paths. I tell you. So before understanding basis paths, let's get the first of all basic path coverage. Okay, this is a program. What you one more program given here now. This program is called maximum columns iterations maximum count. Is a one example, and there is a function have been called this test and could be run. Okay, this is a program allows us to do this is one called a function is said memset, memory oriented programming. The purpose is purpose of the program is different. 1 minute. Okay. Okay. Simple program will take. We'll take this one. Okay. So in this program, what you have is called what are the execution happening here now? This program is. Let me copy this program. Then I tell you what this is called basis path coverage is. This program will take into considerations so that it's possible for you. 1 minute. Let me copy this one and type it, show it in the MS Word document. 1 minute. Ready? 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. Let me share. Okay. So same program I have copied into here now. So just here now. Look at this. So how this execution one after one two execution happen, three happen, then four happen, then five happen. The lines of execution happening. Five, six happen, then six after six, seven we have, seven happen, If n less than equal 0, then it won't run anything there. Okay. So n less than 0, it comes out printf. This is n comma f, n comma f. Okay. And this is a brace for the this one only. This is 18, 7, 17 runs, 17 and 18. So okay, these are the runs are happening. And second year now also same thing happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 6 common execution happens. Then after here now 7 after 7. So what happens is it returns 8. And less than 0 and greater than 0 has come. No? Okay, this is sorry. This is 8 happens, invalid. Then 9 happens. Sorry, 9 happens. Then 18. Hmm, 17, 18. Then also happens. Huh? Because we need every line 17, 18. When 7 condition is false, it has come to the 10 else part. Then 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, let me expand. Okay, got it. So this is condition 1. In this one is condition 2. Okay, condition 1, condition 2. Now I'll make C1 union C2. Okay, so what is union is? Union is a set operation. When I done set operation of C1 union C2, I'll get everything 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I got. Yes or not? So this is a program written by the developer. The numbers have been given, and condition 1 point of view, this is the sequence of statements execution happen. Condition 2 point of this sequence happens is when I have done the union of C1, C2, all the what are the statements are there, how many lines of statements are there, and how many items are in the C1, E2, C2 are same. That means this program is passed. Is correct. All the statements either happening one time or zero time. Okay, every statement is execution happening. Okay, zero time happens because of there is a condition is involved, otherwise it also will be executed. So this is the program saying that is called a testing person performs like this way. Okay, back to subject is, and subject what is here now we have is like this. This one I'm teaching. Okay, this one. So what he said is like this only. He said the these are the basis parts. Basis parts are like this. So basis parts, I said 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all basis parts, and union made like this way. Okay. So part coverage and basis part also we have seen that. That's only he has explained very tough one, but we have said in a easy form. I'll share that presentation, that Word document to you so that you can copy this one. So in this particular one, cyclomatic complexity is not in your syllabus actually. Cyclomatic complexity, what do you have is this one is what you have is called this is number of this is the formula edges minus nodes plus 2 is the formula. So see the second formula what you have is, so second formula is more important for us. This is the formula is very useful. So what is cyclomatic complexity is number of edges minus number of nodes plus 2. So what is this number of edges? My number of nodes is this is the one. Okay, the graph you have seen already. No? This is the one. So number of what you have edges, okay, minus number of nodes plus 2 is the formula, right? Edges minus nodes, sorry, edges minus nodes. So how many edges are there? These many edges. This is the one edge. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, okay, 7, 7, and this one also, 8. So there are 8 edges are there. Nodes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there are, is also 8. So what you have is called now, this number comes out here now is the form based on the formula is what you have is this one is number of edges also 8 minus number of nodes also 8. So 8 minus 8 plus 2. The answer comes out is C is equal to 2. So the value here now the C, the 2. The value is more than now called 5. That means there is an error is there in the program. So the value should be always less than or equal to 5. That is a called cyclomatic complexity. Cyclomatic complexity not in our syllabus, but based on this one is called, so number of edges minus number of nodes plus 2 is the formula. We have to prepare a flow graph of the given problem, and we have to see that how many edges are there, how many nodes are there, and use the formula. The formula is edges minus nodes plus 2. The value what the result comes out must be less than or equal to 5. The value is more than 5 means called there is a some problem in the given problem is given program is. So that should be rectified. And also we need to show this called basis path coverages. The basis path coverage allows us to see called what are the statements are execution are happening in condition 1, condition 2, condition 3, like this, as many conditions as comes out. And when conditions are increasing, automatically the number of here now basis path also increases. When you have made a union of all the conditions, all statement numbers should come in the union. If any number is missed means called that that execution is not happening is, that's the responsibility of the tester is. Okay, so let me check the here now. Let me check it. So I asked some questions. See that. So did you understand the this is called coverage? All of you respond. Anyway, all of you are responding very slowly. So you said 111. Okay, I'll send a video also so that it's possible. I'm trying as my level best to prepare the videos. Other works are there, no? That's why disturbing. We want to deliver the best of the best to our students first. Highest priority is yours, the first priority. Sometimes other works also comes. Na? I know today I'm in college. I'm in the college only today. Yesterday I was in the home. Na? Today I'm in the college. Okay. Now we move to the black box testing. This is somewhat interesting one as compared to the white box testing point of view. Okay. And let me use the this. Okay. So black box testing, we just focus on inputs and outputs of the software system without bothering about internal knowledge of the software program. So look at the above one. Input is there and execute program, exe program, output is coming. So the above black box executable program can be any software system you want to test, right? So please note it down. Black box testing, okay, focuses on inputs and outputs of the software system without bothering about internal knowledge of the software program is. What is internal knowledge then? Internal knowledge means called here now is called the variable declarations, the control statements, basis paths, cyclomatic complexity. They're all internal knowledge of the program. But black box test called I'm not bothered about what is the internal code you have written for the given task. Whatever you want, write it. How many you want to declare, very good, declare it. I'm no way concerned. I'm always concerned about output. The given output, the output is showing or not. That is only I'm concerned it. That's all. You take how much space do you want? You use how much time do you want? I'm no way concerned. Says by the black box testing. And based on this one, let's start this presentation. See. So by applying black box techniques, you will derive a set of test cases that satisfy the following criteria. Test cases that reduce by a count that is greater than 1, the number of additional test cases must be designed to achieve a reasonable testing. And test cases that tell you something about the presence or absence of class of errors rather than error associated with only with the specified test at hand. So we are preparing a test cases. What happens in the test case? Test case that reduced by a count that is greater than one number of additional test cases that might be designed to achieve a reasonable testing. And test cases that tell you something about the presence or absence of class of errors rather than errors is only associated with only with specified test at hand. Means what you have is called the number of test cases how many you perform must be here now called more than the previous test cases. Okay, one extra should be taken into consideration to do the such type of testings are. That only he says, let me explain. We'll come to this one. How it is possible to do it more than test cases are. So this one is possible to equivalence class testing, boundary value analysis, I'm sorry, cause effect graphing is. So what is equivalence partitioning is it is a software test design technique that involves dividing input values into valid and invalid partitions and selecting representative values from each partition as test data. This is the one is called. So you're dividing the given input. What are the values you want to give it? You're dividing into two partitions: valid inputs as well as invalid. So valid partitions and invalid partition, and select representing values from each partition as test data. So only one value should take it and to test it is working or not. That's most important one. Look at that's called equivalence partitioning is. So equivalence partitioning is possible like this way. Is also called equivalence class partitioning. Both are same. It can be applied any level testing that is often a good technique to use first. The idea behind technique is to divide a set of test conditions into groups or sets that can be considered the same. Hence, equivalence partitioning is. So we need to divide the entire values into the equal portions. That's why it's called equivalence. And equivalence what? Partitioning. You're dividing it. The idea behind technique is divide a set of test conditions into groups. Equivalence class partition test technique where input values set into class for this one is. So valid input class keeps all valid and keeps all invalid values as invalid test cases. So equivalence class can be defined according to the following guidelines are. I tell you the guidelines are not required because this one is simple one. So these numbers say text field permits only numeric characters. What is the text field is there? It allows only numeric characters. Okay, numeric numbers instead of that numeric characters. He said that numbers. The length must be 6 to 10 characters long. How much maximum is 10? Minimum is 6. Minimum 6 should be entered and maximum 10 should be entered. So partition according to the requirement should be like this. So if the number of characters entered are less than 5, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is invalid. And here now 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is valid. And more than 10 if entered is also invalid. Okay. Now this is what you have is called there are 14 values have been taken into consideration. The number here now less than 6 numbers entered is invalid and 6 to 10 is valid, 11 to 14 is invalid. That's the thing into considerations are. So we need to enter like this way. So how many values are possible? You can enter either you can enter 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There's no 5 values giving permission for you. There are 5 chances are there is giving a permission for us to enter. And how do you do combinations is up to you. I'm taking is password point of view only. Whenever you enter a password, what happens is it says minimum 6, maximum 14. It says that is maximum 10 in this case is. So 6 to 10. If you enter less than 6, what it says is called sorry, length must be more than 6 and less than 10. So that's called here now called equivalence class. That is the best example of equivalence classes where input values should be according to the size of the given input is. So must be within a range of 6 to 10 characters. If you enter more than 10 invalid, less than 6 also invalid. And now what is the type of combination you can use it? That another test case. Another test case we are verifying that. In the basic test case, what we are doing here now is the test box whichever is available, which is accepting the values and valid inputs are between the 6 to 10 as a size of the given test boxes. The second one here now, while evaluating equivalence partitioning, values in all partitions are equivalent. That is why 0 to 5 equivalent, 6 to 10 equivalent, okay, 7 to 10 are equivalent. That's why I suggest now said. Just now I said, no? The second one is what you have is called boundary value analysis. This is also interesting one. Boundary value analysis. It is widely recognized as the input values at extreme ends of the input domain cause more errors in system. More application errors occur at the is also called as short form is BVA, boundary value analysis. The testing technique used to identify errors at boundaries rather than finding those exist in input or domain. This is simple one saying boundary is talking about. Nah? So boundary is there talking about home, boundary wall, boundaries. For if a cricketer hits a four, he says called ball. So crossed the boundary and got 4 runs. So and when he hit a six, so crossed the stadium and got a six like this comes into picture is called. So what you have is called out of the boundary means called 6 values, right? So what you have boundary is called there is a here now called there is a line, okay, and if the values are entered here now more than the boundary, it's called invalid values. So what you have is called the order should be given in the when you are doing the shopping through online. It's saying called two here now called the value should be entered as 2 to 10 values. The quantity should be given either 2 or to 10. So it accepts all the values in between 2 to 10 values. The order is given 1, it should say called invalid. So entering a 1 in the given input to test it is working or not, the part of a boundary value analysis. So entering the 1 as well as entering the 11, if both of them are invalid. So boundary value testing allows us to test it. It's called here now. Boundary of this one is called, what is the boundary is 1 to, yeah, what you have 2 to 10 is the boundary. So less than 2, more than 10 is invalid. So that's why called, instead of you test it all the things is called -5, 0, 1, all is not required. Test only one number. That's called less than the boundary value, minimum number. Less than minimum number is 2, 2 less than 1 is called 1, and more than 10 is a 11. So enter 1 and 11 and say it's called is working or not. That's sufficient for us to test the entire program is. So they, for the given module, you want to test it through black box testing. So just go for equivalence task testing, where do the partition three conditions less than one. So within the values one and more than one. Boundary value says don't enter all the values. If you enter only one number, it is possible for us to know the software is working or not. So in this case of is called, what you have is called order to be given. The quantity to be accepted for the given product is less than the number of quantity and more than the quantities. If you both is not accepting, that means it is passed in the testing case. Suppose you have a very important tool at office, accept valid username and password field to work on that one. The accept minimum 8 characters, maximum 12 characters, valid range is 8 to 12, invalid range is 7 or less than 7, invalid range is 13 or more than 13 is. So black box testing boundary analysis is nothing what I call here now. So in this particular case, consider password length less than 8. Consider password less than exactly 8. So these are test cases. So what happens when it less than 8? It says rejected. If the value is exactly 8, accepted. The third condition, test case 3, consider password of length between 9 and 11. So third condition is also true. Fourth condition is password exactly length of 12, accepted. Password is more than 12, is rejected. So these are things have been written on the paper, and the same thing you're communicating to the other people. As a team leader, you're preparing and giving to that one, and the other people will test the program like this manner and write the report, so that the other people comes to know that is. These are not in syllabus. Sorry. All of you, what you do now here in this one is this example. You need to note it down. Black box, please note it down the on your textbook black box point of view, and what is the exact black box is. Please write down the first definition. Please note it down, and also this particular diagram also. Please note it down in your books. Okay. Right. Cause effect is not in syllabus. This white box I already explained to you. No? This is a comparison table, and this is a path coverage or the flow graph. You can see here paths. You can see that one. Okay, F1, F2, NA, F3, F4, and you can see this one. This also write down as a path coverage example. For example, if A is true, F1, F2. If A is true, again F3, F4. So A is true like this. A is true like this. If A is false, coming to this is income. If A is true, F1, irrespective of true or false, F2 is happening. Yes. If is a wrong here. If A is true, F1 happens. If A is false, F2 also execution happens, right? If A is false, F1 won't run, only F2 runs. If A is true, F1, F2 both runs. If A is true, only F3 runs, then after F4. A is false, it won't run F3, it runs F4. So what you do now here, like this, why this is called, I like this examples as much as possible, because programming, what is the meaning is, don't think about meaning of this call. So like this exercises, I already said in the classes, take the exercises as much as possible from the Ashwant Kanatkar book. Let us see, you are working with C exercises. He explained a lot of many examples, and remember that is called, for every example is not compulsory, you should understand the beginning time. So slowly, if you have come get the practice of all these things, that gives a lot of confidence to you. Understanding this one is, so why I'm saying all these things? Because so many of you missed yesterday the program, and Rakshita said about her package. She got it 43 lakhs package. She got it from Microsoft. Just as she is that one. uh, I'm the person who knows very well Rakshita is, because of activities happening here now. Because that time no corona was there, na. So people used to do lot of activities here now. I know Rakshita when she's from the second year onwards of computer science engineering, second year, third year, fourth year. Oh my God, she's very active. And only she's the only one student in our college active. I'm sorry, there are many students are there who are very active in the, especially in the programming side, coding, such type of thing, hackathon point of many students are there. And she's the one of the luckiest girl, I can say, that is called. The other students also in our college, they do a lot of hard work is, because she's outspoken, no doubt about it. She's outspoken, she's very much confident, and whatever we want, she says very clearly. She explains that is called. That's the thing is called. Before that only, she had attributes, the features of talking very confidently, asking the questions very confidently, and she likes a lot of the programming. And she used to do a lot of activities also in the college, and every activity she used to involve. That's all these things helped her to get the job of that one. Yesterday she said also from her side how much support has she got from the home, from the faculty, from the department, and as well as or how much she spent the time is. So she is saying that is called, in the lockdown time I have done many courses I have done through online, that helped me to get this type of achievement. She said like that. Okay, so that's the only inspirations to all of you to be placed like this company is, so that you're first of all the most happiest person in your home once you got success is, the first one is father or mother. Huh? Okay, both. So father, mother, and the third one is, who is the third person who feels happy? Huh? Teacher. The third person is teacher. So of course, first all these things is called as or not. So that's why we used to have. So that's the reason that is called. We always try to say that is called, do this work, do that one, do this one. Be be work hard like this only, because of we want to make you happy, right? How do you get happy? Because once you get a job, you will feel happy. So that's the thing only. To get such type of happiness, we'll say all these things. Now, come to the point. What you have is here now is the assignment point of view. Second assignment is called. So some questions are asked personally called. Second question point of view is, the first question, second question are very simple, very easy. While third question is uses the intermediate one. So I would like to see, this is called, one of you prepare a presentation on the first two questions as well as the third question. That's the most important one. I want to do such type of innovative activity, and the most important thing is I need support of yours, because you are the person can do that work is. So what I requesting all of you is called, you prepare a PPT about the question number one and two, or otherwise question three. You prepare a presentation and explain about the concept here now. How do you get this called organic mode? How much salary to be paid? How much here now called cost estimation to be done using the COCOMO for the given project is. Just that thing is called. You'll see that one who does the work. And this, if you have done the PPT, video of this one is, I'll upload into YouTube, and we are the first person in the entire YouTube community to explain the problems exclusively. Exclusively, remember that is called. All I have seen many videos. Everybody says very short. about the problems are. But if you have explained, it becomes a very, very highly rated one. It becomes definitely. I promote that one. Don't worry about that. I'll promote as much as possible. Meanwhile, please do this one. So who do this one? Definitely, I'll give the marks directly 5 marks to that student. Is prepare question either one or three. One and two are same only. Remember that is only number is changed. So let's come to the question. What you have is called the difference between white box testing and black box testing. Is keep this entire presentation with you. I'll share this one. This is the one is black box versus white box. Okay, only 5 minutes I take, and I take attendance of 110 to 10, almost over. Now another 7 minutes time is there. So testing is software testing method which is used to test the software without knowing the internal structure of the code or program. While white box is a testing software testing method which internal structure is being known to tester who is going to test the software is. This type of testing carried out by testers, or this type of testing carried out by the software developers also. Implementation knowledge is not required. Implementation knowledge is required. Programming knowledge is not required. Programming knowledge is required. Testing applicable on higher levels of testing like system testing and acceptance testing, but testing of applicable lower level of testing like unit testing, integration testing. Black box testing means functional testing or external testing is yes. White box testing, structural testing or interior testing. In black box testing, primarily concentrate on the functionality of the program, but white box is primarily concentrated on testing of program code or system is. Black box testing, the main aim of the testing is check on what functionality is performing by system on the test. The main aim of white box test is to check how system is performing. Black box testing can be started based on requirement specification documents. Yes, correct. Excellent. Point is the white box testing can be started based on the detailed design documents. This is very valid point. Ninth one is the functional testing, behavior testing, closed box testing is carried out under the black box testing, so there is no required for the programming knowledge. All the functional testing, behavioral testing, closed box testing, all meaning is same because they are all part of black box testing. But while in the white box, structural testing, logic testing, path testing, loop testing, code coverage testing, open box testing is all part of white box testing. Is so all of you are requested to note down the 9th and 10th point compulsory. Meanwhile, let me take the attendance one. All of you note it down the 9th and 10th point compulsory. Attendance number one.
One present, sir.
Okay. Two,
Present, sir.
three,
Present, sir.
four,
Present, sir.
five,
Present, sir.
six,
Present, sir.
seven,
Present, sir.
8, 9,
Yes, sir.
10,
Present, sir.
11, 12, 13,
Present, sir. Sir, 8 mic problem anta.
you can write in chat box. No? 14,
Present, sir.
15,
Present, sir.
as I said, that is called for your seniors, the first minute examination is happening through online, right? And I inquired about this is called mid examinations. So almost college is confirming for you also. The second mid examination will happen through online only, which is scheduled on 26th, 27th, 28th actually in the calendar, academic calendar is scheduled like that. So most probably here now. So such type of problems like mic is not working, these types they won't accept it also. Okay. If you have any such type of problems, you can come to
Present, sir.
okay, 16.
Sir, 11.
ఏమైనా పిలిచినా కదా ఏమైనా ఇందాక
Back in
17,
Sir, 16 present.
18,
Present, sir.
19, 20, 21,
sir.
Present, sir. 22.
21 absent uncle. Same. No option there.
Sir, 19. Present, sir.
Okay. 23, 24,
Present, sir.
25, 26,
Present, sir.
27,
Present, sir.
28,
Present, sir.
29,
Present,
Sir, 25 present, sir. Hello.
Sir, 23.
Sir, 25 present,
23
sir.
present, sir.
25, 23. Okay. 29, Sai Kirtan.
Present, sir.
30,
Present, sir.
32, 32, Sai Rohit. 33,
Present, sir.
34, 35,
35 present, sir.
36,
Present, sir.
37,
Present, sir.
38,
Present, sir.
39,
Present, sir.
40,
Present, sir.
41,
Present, sir.
42,
Present, sir.
43,
Yes, sir.
44, Sri
Present,
Lakshmi. 44, 45,
Present, sir.
46,
Present, sir.
47,
Present, sir.
48,
Present, sir.
49.
Sir, 32 present, sir. Mic in page చేయట్లేదు.
Okay, let's wait. 49,
Present, sir.
50,
50 present, sir.
51, Uday, 52,
Present, sir.
53,
Present, sir.
54,
Present, sir.
55, Venkata Sai, 56,
Present, sir.
57,
Present.
58,
Present, sir.
59.
Present, sir.
Okay, right. Thank you all. You can go to the next class.
Zero.